slip quietly beyond the horizon, and evening wraps the world in gentle blue. Another day of carrying heavy burdens, another day of trying to make it through. My mind was crowded with tomorrow's questions. My heart was tired from fighting every fear. But in the stillness of that sacred moment, I felt your calming presence drawing near. You didn't ask me to have all the answers. You didn't ask me to understand the road. You simply opened wide your arms of mercy and invited me to let go. I left my worries at the feet of Jesus. Every burden, every fear, every care. And somehow what once felt so overwhelming became lighter in the shelter of His grace. I left my worries at the feet of Jesus and traded all my striving for His peace. For the one who holds tomorrow in His hands was holding every part of me. The stars appeared like promises above me, tiny reminders that you're always near. And everyone seemed to softly whisper, you never walk alone down here. The problems waiting for me in the morning had not completely disappeared from sight. They no longer felt so frightening when placed within your endless light. Because the God who guides the oceans and calls the galaxies by name is still the loving shepherd who carries me when I'm afraid. My worries at the feet of Jesus. Every burden, every fear, every care. And somehow what once felt so overwhelming became lighter in the shelter of His grace. Jesus, and traded all my striving for His peace. For the one who holds tomorrow in His hands was holding every part of me. One day all my questions will be answered. One day faith will finally become sight. But until then, I'll rest within the promise that your love is guiding every step of life. When I cannot see beyond the shadows, when I don't know what tomorrow brings, I'll trust the heart that gave its life to save me, and the King above all kings. I left my worries at the feet of Jesus, and found a peace this world could never give. A quiet confidence within my spirit that teaches weary hearts to live. I left my worries at the feet of Jesus, and there I'll leave them day by day. For every burden becomes a little lighter when placed before the Lord in prayer. At the feet of Jesus, I found peace. At the feet of Jesus, my soul could finally breathe. Before I ever learned the words of praying, before I knew how faith was meant to sound, you were already walking through my seasons, holding every piece of me unbound. I thought I had to find the perfect moment to reach a place where I could call your name. But you were there in every silent struggle, the same, the same, the same. You were not waiting for my voice to be stronger. You were not waiting for my heart to be whole. You were already moving in my story, quietly shaping my soul. You were my peace before I knew how to pray, before I ever lifted up my hands. You were the love that held me in my weakness, the God I didn't understand. You were my peace before I knew how to pray, and now I see it all along. You were the quiet in my deepest chaos, the reason I am strong. lost your presence, yet you were closer than the air I breathe. You saw the tears I never showed to anyone, and still you chose to stay with me. I walked in silence, even when I didn't recognize your face. You were writing mercy into every moment, calling it grace. So I don't need perfect words to reach you. My hands, you were the love that held me in my weakness, the God I didn't understand. You were my peace before I knew how to pray, and now I see it all. You were the quiet in my deepest chaos, the reason I am strong. One day I'll see the story from beginning, every hidden moment brought to light, and you were the faithful presence through every day and night. Until then, I will keep resting in the knowing that I was never out of your sight. For the God who loved me before I knew him is still my light. You were my peace before I knew how to pray, and you will be my peace till the end. For the Savior sun was sinking low beyond the hillside. Another chapter fading into gray. I carried every burden of the daylight and every disappointment from the day. There were moments when I smiled for everybody while hiding storms that no one else could see. Yet through the noise of all my weary striving, a quiet invitation came to me. Not from the world that always keeps demanding, not from the voices pulling me apart, but from the Savior standing in the silence with open arms and a patient heart. Jesus was waiting at the end of my longest day, when my strength was gone and my hope felt far away. He welcomed every burden I was carrying and gently took the weight I couldn't bear. Jesus was waiting at the end of my longest day, with mercy that had never once changed. And in His presence all my fears grew smaller, as His perfect peace filled every place. The stars appeared like promises above me, quiet reminders that you're still in control. The same God who watches every sparrow is faithfully watching over my soul. I didn't need a miracle that evening, or answers to the questions on my mind, because the comfort of your holy presence was greater than the things I hoped to find. You knew the battles no one else could measure. You saw the tears I never let them see, and through the darkness of another evening, your kindness became everything to me. Jesus was waiting at the end of my longest day, when my strength was gone and my hope felt far away. He welcomed every burden I was carrying and gently took the weight I couldn't bear. Jesus was waiting at the end of my longest day, with mercy that had never once changed. And in His presence all my fears grew smaller, as His perfect peace filled every place. One day the longest day will finally end. day, I'll keep on trusting Jesus. Through every season, still unknown to me, because the one who waits beside my evening will be the one my eyes in heaven see. Jesus was waiting at the end of my longest day, just as faithful as He's always been. The same loving Savior who carried my yesterday will carry me tomorrow once again. Jesus was waiting at the end of my longest day, and now my heart has found a place to rest. For every road becomes a little brighter when it's placed within His hands. At the end of my longest day, Jesus was there. At the end of my longest day, Jesus still cares. Jesus still cares. There are days my heart feels scattered pieces, like it cannot find its way back home. I try to sing, but only broken echoes are all I seem to know. Still I lift the fragments of my weakness, every tear I never hid from you. And somehow in the middle of my brokenness, your mercy breaks through. You don't require perfect melody, you don't demand a flawless song. You just receive the honest offering of a heart that's barely strong. Even my broken heart can still worship you. Even my trembling voice is enough, for you are not moved by perfection. You are moved by love. Even my broken heart can still worship you, and in your presence I am made new, because the God who sees my weakness still calls me through. I used to think I had to hide my fractures, to stand before you without any shame. But you showed me that my deepest broken places are where you call my name. turn my wounds into your praise. And in the middle of my surrender, you rewrite all my days. Even my broken heart can still worship you. Even my trembling voice is enough, for you are not moved by perfection. You are moved by love. Even my broken heart can still worship you. And in your presence I am made new, because the God who sees my weakness still calls me through. One day every broken note will vanish, every tear will turn to song, and I will stand before you whole forever, where I belong. Until then I'll keep on giving everything, even when I have nothing to give. For the God who loves my broken offering is the reason I live. Even my broken heart can still worship you, and that truth will carry me through night. For the Savior who receives my weakness turns darkness into light. Even my broken heart can still worship you, and now my soul can finally see that even in my broken hallelujah, you are enough for me. Broken, but yours, still yours, always yours. The night was deep, the silence overwhelming. My thoughts were louder than the falling rain. I tried to fight the weight of every feeling, but everything inside me felt like pain. I looked for light in places that were empty. I searched for peace that never seemed to stay, until I felt a presence in my weakness that gently pulled my fears away. Not in thunder, not in lightning, not in answers I could see, but in a quiet, steady whisper whisper, you came and rescued me. You were never left alone in the dark, even when I thought I stood on my own. You were closer than the air I was breathing. You were there all along. You were never left alone in the dark. Every tear was never unseen, and in the middle of my broken silence, you were holding me. I thought my prayers were lost in empty ceilings, like they never made it past the room. But heaven was responding in the waiting, even when I was consumed. Every delay was never your absence, every silence was a deeper love. You were shaping something in the shadows I couldn't rise above. You were working in the unseen moments. You were building what I couldn't plan, and every step I thought was abandonment was your guiding hand. You were never left alone in the dark, even when I thought I stood on my own. You were closer than the air I was breathing. You were there all along. You were never left alone in the dark. Every tear was never unseen, and in the middle of my broken silence, you were holding me. One day I will see the full picture, every shadow turn to light, and all the times I felt forgotten will reveal your perfect design. Until then I will trust your presence, even when I cannot understand. For the God who walks with me in darkness still holds me in his hand. You were never left alone in the dark. You were always guiding me home, and the love that found me in my weakness will never let me go. You were never left alone in the dark, and my soul can finally see that even in the deepest valley, you were there with me. In the dark, you were there all along. You were there. spent so many years trying to prove it, that I was worthy of your love somehow, building my worth on fragile achievements, only to fall apart here and now. Every step felt like I had to measure. Every breath felt like I had to fight, until I met the grace that never asked me to be strong enough to be right. He never asked for perfection, he never chased my success. You only called my broken pieces into your rest. I rested in a love I didn't have to earn, a mercy deeper than I could understand. And in the arms of my Redeemer, I finally learned to stand. I rested in a love I didn't have to earn, no striving left inside my soul, just the peace of knowing I am chosen and completely made whole. The world still speaks in constant expectations, telling me I'm never quite enough. But your voice is louder than the pressure, and your love is strong enough. You remind me I am not my failure, I am not the things I've done before. I am the child of endless mercy, forever yours. And every time I start to wander back into the race I left behind, you gently bring me to remember your love is not defined. I rested in a love I didn't have to earn, a mercy deeper than I could understand. And in the arms of my Redeemer, I finally learned to stand. I rested in a love I didn't have to earn, no striving left inside my soul, just the peace of knowing I am chosen and completely made whole. One day all striving will be over, every race will finally cease, and I will stand before my Savior in perfect, endless peace. Until that day, I will keep resting in the truth that sets me free, that I am loved, not for my doing, but for simply being me. I rested in a love I didn't have to earn, and that truth will carry me through all my days. For the love that found me in my weakness will never fade away. I rested in a love I didn't have to earn, and now my heart can finally breathe, because the grace that holds me every moment is all I'll ever need. I am loved, I am free. In your grace I finally see. The room was full, then suddenly empty. The laughter faded into distant air. The voices I once leaned upon were gone, and silence was the only thing still there. I sat beneath the weight of disappointment, counting every promise that fell apart, wondering if anyone could truly see the hidden ache living inside my heart. And through the darkness of that lonely season, a gentle love came shining through, not with words that vanished in the morning, but with a faithfulness that proved itself true. Jesus stayed when everyone else left, when the road grew cold and hard to see, when the lights went out around my future. He remained and carried me. Jesus stayed when all my strength was fading, when my prayers were trembling in the night, and even when I couldn't feel His presence, His love was holding me so tight. There were days I questioned every direction, days my confidence could barely stand. Yet somehow, through the valleys and the heartbreak, I kept finding traces of His hand. A door would open where I saw no pathway. A peace would come before the answer came. And slowly I began to understand the power hidden in His holy name. Not because my faith was always perfect, not because I never doubted Him, but because His mercy kept pursuing me. Even when my hope was growing dim, Jesus stayed when everyone else left. When the road grew cold and hard to see, when the lights went out around my future, He remained and carried me. Jesus stayed when all my strength was fading, when my prayers were trembling in the night, and even when I couldn't feel His presence, His love was holding me so tight. One day every tear will have a story, every wound a testimony of grace, every lonely night will become a memory, lost forever in heaven's embrace. And the Savior who walked through every struggle will wipe away the sorrow from my eyes, showing me the purpose of each season beneath His everlasting skies. Jesus stayed when everyone else left. Through every battle I could not explain, through the storms that tried to steal my worship, through the heartbreak and the pain, Jesus stayed when all the world was changing, when familiar things were swept away. And now my soul has found a firm foundation, because my Savior chose to stay. When others walked away, Jesus stayed. When my strength disappeared, Jesus stayed. And He still stays today. The room was full and suddenly empty. The laughter faded into distant air. The voices I once leaned upon were gone. The evening settles softly on the window, and shadows stretch across the Another day has come and gone behind me, like a fading flower losing its bloom. I've carried worries farther than I should have, held burdens never meant for me alone. But here beneath the silence of this moment, I finally lay them down before your throne. You know the thoughts I never say aloud. You see the tears I try so hard to hide. And every time this weary soul grows restless, your gentle mercy meets me by my side. Before I sleep, hold my heart, Jesus. Wrap me in the comfort of your peace. Let every fear surrender to your presence. Let every anxious whisper finally cease. Before I sleep, stay near beside me. Be the song that carries me through night. And when the morning sunlight finds my window, let me awaken in your perfect light. There were moments when I stumbled through the darkness, searching for a road I could not see. Yet every step that seemed so lost and fragile was still being guided faithfully by thee. You never asked me to be strong forever. You never told me I must stand alone. Instead, you offered grace for every weakness and made my trembling heart your home. Your love remains when circumstances change. Your promises are written in the stars. And even when tomorrow feels uncertain, I know exactly where your faithful arms are. Before I sleep, hold my heart, Jesus. Wrap me in the comfort of your peace. Let every fear surrender to your presence. Let every anxious whisper finally cease. Before I sleep, stay near beside me. Be the song that carries me through night. And when the morning sunlight finds my window, let me awaken in your perfect light. One day there'll be no sorrow left to carry, no lonely valley waiting to be crossed. Only endless joy around your throne of glory. Until that day, I'll rest within your goodness, trusting every chapter yet to come. Because the hands that form the stars above me are the same hands leading me home. Before I sleep, hold my heart, Jesus. Let heaven's peace wash over every fear. For every breath becomes a quiet worship when I remember you are always here. Before I sleep, stay near beside me. Be my shelter through the passing night. And when eternity unfolds before me, I'll forever walk within your light. Hold my heart, Jesus, through the night. Hold my heart, Jesus, until the morning light. There are moments